Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. In this video, we will have our discussion on the upcoming weekly transit results starting from October 31st till November 6th. So now friends, as you know that in the weekly transit videos, we try to follow the journey of moon in the zodiac belt. So during this week, moon will start its journey being suppressed and being in a fearful mode because of its conjunction with the planet Saturn, and it will end the week on a very optimistic happy note because it is going to be ending the week in the Pisces sign, being in the influence of the planet Jupiter. In this week, there is not going to be any of the important major planetary transit or shift taking place. Rather, I would say just a day before, like on Sunday, Mars is going to be turning retrograde in the Gemini sign, and after the end of this week, we will be heading towards this upcoming lunar eclipse. So I will be making a separate video on that as well. But in this video, guys, we will be just focusing on the customized results for all the lagnas. The kind of energy which is going to be getting generated in this week, and like the way I always say this thing at the beginning of any transit video, that for you to land at any conclusion, you have to take into consideration and you have to blend this transit video with the kind of yogas you have in your chart and what kind of dashas are currently operational in your life. So okay friends, now let's start with the Aries lagna people. So now guys, in your case, moon will start its journey from your 10th house and will end the week in your 12th house. So for your professional development perspective, this week is creating a very positive energy because Saturn, which has just come out of its retrograde motion in your 10th house, and friends, we cannot even overlook this fact that now Saturn is in a journey towards, as per your lagna, towards the house of gains. So I would say that definitely this week is creating a very positive energy for taking some important professional decision, coming in contact with many opportunities, or being considered for a leadership role. So for any positive concrete professional development, this week is creating a very positive energy. The only thing is that guys, just because on Sunday only your ascendant lord is going to be turning retrograde in your 3rd house, so there could be some back and forth while executing any of your plan. So I would say that do not be in a haste or in a rush, because it's only because of your own headstrongness you can spoil things, because basis the transit, the way circumstances are influencing your professional arena, I'm not seeing you guys any vulnerable, any prone. Like I have already mentioned this thing, for anything to do with the professional development accomplishments, this week is creating a very positive energy for many Aries lagna people. Now guys, when we talk about your personal life, so definitely in your 7th house, the way whole planetary combination is influencing the matters of your 7th house, I would say that for all those people who are in any sort of loving relationship, during this time there can be some positive development where you might consider introducing your partner to your family and taking some important lifetime decision pertaining to marriage and all of that. And also for all those people who have been single or on a lookout for a prospective partner, so this week's energy is creating some positive news for many Aries lagna people. Now guys, the vulnerable thing is that definitely because moon is going to be ending the week in your 12th house and Rahu is there in your 1st house, your ascendant lord is going to be turning retrograde in your 3rd house. So health is one thing where you have to remain very cautious, very careful. Second thing is that during this week you have to remain very cautious because the planetary influence is indicating that there could be some stark argument or difference of opinion with any close friend of yours. So now this could be your younger sibling as well, this could be any neighbor, this could be any good buddy of yours. So regarding the outburst, I would say that it is better for you to not entangle into any argument, any confrontation, because the way your ascendant lord is going to be retrograde in the 3rd house, so you might get misinterpreted. So it's better to pull your hand out of any conflicting situation. The week can also start with a very good note where some auspicious event in the family can take place, or like the week is actually very positive for spending your money or your time in the domestic matters, family matters, which is going to be bringing a lot of happiness and harmony in the lives of Aries lagna people. Moving ahead, friends, now for all the Taurus lagna people. So now guys, in your case, a moon will start its journey from your 9th house and will end the week in your 11th house. So definitely friends, for anything to do with the work related travel or positive development at your professional front, this week is creating a very positive energy. Like rather I would say that if during this week you have to go on any important work related travel, you have to give any presentation, you have to present any important proposal or any of the performances, so your work, your efforts will definitely get appreciated during this week. Second thing is that guys, as you can see that in your case, Mars becomes a very important planet because it has got the rulership of your 7th house and the 12th house. And just because you will start the week right after when Mars has just a day before has turned retrograde in your 2nd house. So that in itself is giving this indication that expenses can go high. Second thing is that in the matters of your relationship, you have to remain very careful. Like this is a typical combination of difference of opinion, too much of the heated exchange of words. Now guys, Mars is not only retrograde, but also it is retrograde in a sign where it does not find itself comfortable. 2nd house, which tells about our speech. Gemini is the actual sign of communication. So I would say that the reason of the conflict in the relationship is definitely be the wrong words used by you. So over there you have to stay very calm, very composed. Now guys, when I talk about other benefic side of this week, so now as you can see that your 5th house lord is going to be transiting in the 6th house. Your 6th house is right now very accentuated. So I would say that specifically from the students perspective, you guys are actually going through some very blessed time. Like if during this week you have to write any important competitive exam or any of the important decision, if you have to take at your academic front, you will actually be able to take some very good decision. And the same thing is getting valid for many working professionals as well. Like whatsoever you will sow during this week, the result of that will definitely prove to be responsible for the enhancement of your reputation as well. Now guys, just because with this much of the attention going in the matters of the 6th house, it will be better if you can refrain from getting entangled into any sort of conflict. And I have already mentioned 7th house lord being in such a retrograde state. So in the matters of relationship, just stay cautious, careful, whether it's about managing your existing relationship or whether it's about for all those people who are on a lookout for any matrimonial alliances. So during this week specifically, you have to remain careful. But yes, for your professional front or for anything to do with the competitive spirit, this week is creating very positive energy for a lot many Taurus lagna people. Moving ahead friends, now for all the Gemini lagna people. So now guys, in your case, a moon will start its journey from your 8th house and will end the week in your 10th house. So definitely friends, at your work front, the week could indicate some sudden churning up. Now when I say churning up, so you might be or your own behavior might be responsible for that. So this is not a very good week to get into any conflict, argument or confrontation with your bosses, because guys, in your case, Mars in any case is not a very auspicious planet for you guys. It has also got the rulership of your 11th house of networking, of the continuity of your income, and your 6th house, which becomes an important house for the working professionals as well. So I would say that the way whole planetary vibration is indicating, so refrain from any sudden, impulsive, reckless decision at your professional front. And even for the business professionals as well, the week is creating an energy of dissatisfaction, that no matter how much money you are making, but still that feeling of lack or low or dissatisfaction might bother you. So over there you have to manage yourself. For the students perspective, I would say that the week is creating a positive energy. If you have to write any competitive exam, you can actually score very good. for anything to do with the competition. Pertaining to the matters of the relationship, matrimonial alliances as well, the week is creating a positive energy. Like I would say that if you are on that active lookout mode, so some proposal matching your expectations can actually come during this week if your ongoing dashas are also supporting that. And guys, as you can see that just because the way your fifth house is getting accentuated right now, and here we are talking about, like, right now we are in a cycle of that we have just witnessed the solar eclipse and we are heading towards the lunar eclipse. So I would say that specifically in all those cases where people already are battling with the anxiety, low self-esteem, lack of self-confidence, or anything to do with the depression related issue, all those people have to remain very careful. For all those ladies or women who are right now pregnant, you also have to give additional attention towards the well-being of yours. And like for certain parents, there could be some anxiety and stress on the account of children as well. So guys, if I were to say overall, the week is creating positive energy in the matters of like matrimonial alliances. Like I would also say that for all those people who are planning to sell out any property, or you're working as a full-time realtor, so the week is creating positive energy for all those people as well. But yes guys, at your professional front, the way Mars has just taken a retrograde shift right over there in your first house, you have to be in control, in command of your impulses, your outburst. So that is all what I want to say as the weekly forecast for all the Gemini lagna people. Moving ahead friends, now for all the Cancer lagna people. So now guys, in your case, moon will start its journey from your 7th house and will end the week in your 9th house. So definitely guys, when we talk about some important positive development at your business front, for anything to do with the commercial decision making, this week is creating a very positive energy for a lot many Cancer lagna people. Second thing is that guys, like definitely the only one aspect which is getting vulnerable and prone during this week is the students, because as you can see, your 5th house lord planet Mars is going to be transiting, like it is already transiting in your 12th house, but it is going to be turning retrograde as well. So if you have to write any competitive exam, you have to take any important decision at your academics, for your college, for your university, so take that very cautiously, very carefully. Like if you want to reach out to any expert, or you want to get the expert opinion of your mentors, so do consider taking that. Now for the working professional as well, the week is creating energy of dissatisfaction, or there could be some forced changes or forced instruction which might get imposed on you. So try to remain a bit calm and composed in that front, because friends, as you can see, we have just crossed the solar eclipse and we are heading towards the lunar eclipse, and it is going to be influencing the matters of your 10th house and the 4th house, this excess. So because of which, in any case, inner emotional stability, anxiety is something you have to take that very seriously. Like I would say that many times what happens is that it's just the basic nuances of the human psychology, driven by your inner fears or inner insecurities. Many times people go in that extravagant spree, spending a lot of money on the things which they do not need. So just try to keep a balance of your emotions, because that becomes very important specifically for the next 2 weeks. But definitely guys, pertaining to the matters of your 4th house, because of the whole accentuated state of planets over here in your 4th house, so considering buying a vehicle, any decoration, any restructuring, any important decision at your domestic life will prove to be very harmonious for a lot many Cancer lagna people. So guys, if I were to summarize, the week is creating a very positive energy pertaining to the matters of the relationship, matrimonial alliances. For the people in business, the week is very positive. For the service professional and the students, you have to be very cautious, very careful. And yes, 4th house connected domestic matters will prove to be a source of happiness for a lot many Cancer lagna people. Moving ahead friends, now for all the Leo lagna people. So now guys, in your case, moon will start its journey from your 6th house and will end the week in your 8th house. So definitely friends, as you can see that this could be a very good week for all those people who are connected with the fields of law, arbitration, policing, or if you have to write any important competitive exam. So regarding all that front, like for all those people in whose line of work there is a lot of competition, lot of tough strategy making is required, strong firm leadership is required, and a lot of multitasking is required. This week can be seen as good and harmonious for all those people. Definitely friends, as you can see that, see whatsoever happens on daily basis in our life, so there is a lot of things which goes into play, like what kind of yogas you have in your chart, what kind of dashas you are going through, and all the nectar or the essence of your chart, your activated dashas get delivered through the transiting moon on that specific day. So the point which I'm trying to say over here is that definitely guys, your ascendant lord right now is weak in your 3rd house. So the concerns of lack of confidence is something which can bother you. Like this is a typical combination where you have to remain very careful in your dealing with your father, with the authority figures or people connected with the government. But in general, the beauty over here is that it's not only that sun which is debilitated in your 3rd house, because it is well supported by other planets as well, and Saturn is also aspecting it. So because of which this is a kind of a typical yoga where I would say that no matter you might be battling with inner demons or lack of self-confidence, but people around you will be able to provide right set of support to you, and definitely you will be able to take some important strategic decision as well. And I would say friends, the way if I were to include Jupiter's contribution as well, because moon is going to be ending the week getting conjunct with Jupiter in your 8th house. So for all those people in whose case you deal with speculation or anything to do with the investments portfolio, so there could be some sudden speculative gain as well for a lot many Leo Lagna people. But again guys, if I were to summarize, I would say that when it comes down to initiating something new, like specifically in the matters of your relationship, so for managing and maintaining the existing relationship, it's a very good energy. But in order to initiate something new, I would say you have to do that very carefully, because as you can see, Mars is already retrograde in your 11th house of networking. 3rd house, if you will see over there, your ascendant lord is weak, and moon is also making a transition from some like 2 of the Dushtana Bhava, which it is going to be covering during this week. So I would say for any new alliances, establishing some new relationship, over there the week is not creating a very positive energy. But like the way I have already mentioned this thing, a very good week for expecting some sudden returns on your past investment. And for all those people in whose line of work too much of the competition, multitasking and fast paced environment, if you work in those settings, so whatsoever work you will be putting in, basis that some recognition can also be anticipated for a lot many Leo Lagna people. Moving ahead friends, now for the Virgo rising people. So now guys, in your case, as you can see, moon will start its journey from your 5th house and will end the week in your 7th house. So definitely guys, week is creating a very positive energy. I would say that whatsoever you have been working hard from the past couple of days, like this could be any ideation, goal setting, any of the strategies, any of the investments made by you, so the return of all the hard work done by you in the past can actually manifest some very good results in this week. Second thing is that guys, definitely as you can see, because moon is making a foray coming to your 7th house and getting conjunct with Jupiter, so all those people who are connected with business or you are self-employed, anything to do with the dealing with the masses, or if you have to give any performances, so all those people can get benefited during this week. Also friends, like in your case, as you can see, because your 9th house lord is very well placed, like right now your 2nd house is in a very accentuated state. So one thing is for sure that on the matters of your finances, you guys are actually going through some very good time. So I would say that some multiple source of income or some sudden lucrative opportunity, and all those people who have to appear in any sort of competitive exam, or you are looking forward to taking admission in any foreign university. So I would say that the week is creating very positive energy for taking any of the decision connected with all these areas. The only thing is that, guys, because Mars is not a very auspicious planet for your lagna, and Mars is going to be turning retrograde during this week, just at the beginning of the week, I would say, at your 10th house. So refrain from any entanglement with your bosses. That is the one thing which I want to tell you. Second thing is that because moon is going to be transiting from your like 6th house as well, after covering the 5th house. So pertaining to the matters of the stomach related issues can bother some of the Virgo lagna people, but pertaining to the matters of your finances, important professional decision making, relationship, new alliances, the week is creating a very positive energy for a lot many Virgo lagna people. Moving ahead, friends, now for all the Libra lagna people. So now, guys, in your case, moon will start its journey from your 4th house and will end the week in your 6th house. So friends, like the way I always say this thing, that the essence or the extract of all the astral planetary influence gets delivered to us on specific days through the transit of the moon. So I would say that pertaining to the matters of anything to do with the change of residence or contemplating any of the important decision connected to the real estate or property will prove to be very profitable for a lot many Libra lagna people. Guys, one thing is for sure, that during this week you will come across as someone who is very strategic, very confident, very competitive. You will be able to demonstrate strong leadership skill as well. So regarding all that front, this week is actually putting you in the forefront. Second thing is that, guys, obviously, as you can see, your 7th house lord planet Mars has just turned retrograde. So I would say that there could be some misunderstanding with your partner. Now this could be within the matrimony as well, or this could be with the business partners as well. So over there you have to remain very cautious, very careful, because your 7th house lord has turned retrograde in the 9th house of the luck. So leaving things on luck is not gonna fix anything. You have to take the control of the relationship in your hand. Second thing is that, guys, for all the students, I would say the week is not creating very positive energy. Like rather, I would say the week is creating an energy of too much of the overconfidence, which will not work out eventually in your advantage. So over there, like just give full attention to your grades, to your academics. Along with that, guys, because moon is going to be ending the week right over there in your 6th house, and there is a whole lot of concentration of the planets which is right now there in your 1st house. So I would say that do not initiate any of the proceeding of loan which we generally see with the 6th house, which is beyond your capacity to return. Because this is what happens, because let's say, for example, if you're already going through some sensitive, vulnerable dasha, so it might drive you towards all those decisions which later on will not be very profitable. Because, guys, I want to be very honest over here. Now, I do not know whether you believe in the theory of eclipse influencing us in a very esoteric way or not, but all the Aries lagna and the Libra lagna people are right now in the influence, in the purview of all these eclipses, or I would say till the time, like till October 30 of next year, till the time Rahu and Ketu are transiting in your 1st house and 7th house. So definitely any of the surprise, unusual thing can actually happen. So because of which I would say that do not go overboard in your like any of the concerns of going for loan which is beyond your capacity to return. But I would say, like the way I have already mentioned, the way planets are influencing you in a combined way and narrowing it down to the journey of the moon during this week, it is actually creating very positive energy in the areas of competition and some domestic harmony for a lot many Libra lagna people. Moving ahead, friends, now for all the Scorpio lagna people. So now guys, in your case, a moon will be starting its journey from your third house and will be ending the week in your fifth house. So definitely, friends, this is a typical yoga of deriving that happiness on the account of short journeys, receiving the support from your friends, or if you are contemplating change of residence or any short journey, so that will also prove to be very profitable. Second thing is that, like for all those people in whose case your income or your source of income is connected with the far away lands or anything to do with the import export business, all those people can still get benefited. But guys, like the way you have like you already know that your ascendant lord right now has got into retrograde motion in your 8th house as well. So it is a very sensitive yoga which you guys are going through, where you have to not get entangled in any confrontation, any conflict with people, like specifically pertaining to the matters of the joint resources, or this could be your relationship with your in-laws. Over there you have to remain very careful. Also guys, when we talk about the matters of the matrimonial alliances and proposals, so just because as you can see your 7th house lord is right now transiting in your 12th house, your ascendant lord is also in a sensitive state, so I would say that the energy is not very harmonious. Also for the students as well, you have to keep on putting efforts. So guys, if I were to summarize, because of this whole accentuated state of the 12th house and a moon starting its journey being in the influence of Saturn in the 3rd house, so if you are in any way you are a very spiritually oriented person, or you do a lot of charity, you do a lot of voluntary work, or within your resident welfare association and all of that, you keep on working in the direction of solving other people's problem. So if your lifestyle is connected like this, then all those people can get benefited, or some sort of enhancement of your reputation can take place. Also guys, I have already mentioned this thing, in the matters of the 3rd house, you will get the right set of support from people within your circle of influence, or even in the matters of receiving the right set of guidance or advice from people around you. The week is creating very positive energy. Only in the matters of, like rather I would say that even at your work front as well, I'm not seeing you guys very vulnerable, but yes, pertaining to the matters of conflict, arguments, now this could be with your bosses as well, over there you have to remain very careful. So yes guys, this is what the overall energy is for all the Scorpio lagna people. I would say that focus more on towards some voluntary work, and if you have to undertake any important work during this week, do reach out to other people for their advice or any expert opinion. And in the matters of the health and your health well-being, over there, if you are already going through some sensitive dashas, like Mercury is active right now in the Mahadasha or the Antardasha, then listening to Lord Vishnu Sahasranam and the recitation of Hanuman Chalisa will prove to be very therapeutic for a lot many Scorpio lagna people. Moving ahead friends, now for all the Sagittarius lagna people. So now guys, in your case, moon will start its journey from your 2nd house and will end the week in your 4th house. So definitely guys, as you can see that the whole concentration of the planets which has right now taken place in your 11th house, and I always say this thing, that whatsoever is the extract of all the astral influence in our lives, it gets delivered to us right at that moment on the basis of the transiting moon. So I would say that it's a very good time you guys are running in the matters of the finances. Like if you have to take any important decision, or for all those people who are like self-employed, or you are in your own business, family business, so during this time some good decision taken by you, or you might get approached by some external forces or circumstances or by people for some financial lucrative opportunity. So regarding all that front, the week is creating a positive energy. The only vulnerable aspect over here guys during this week is that, because as you can see, Mars becomes your 5th house lord and the 12th house lord. So because of which the mental state might go through ups and downs, specifically because you will start this week when just a day before Mars has turned retrograde right over there in your 7th house. So only if you are not going through some vulnerable dasha, or let's say for example your moon is safe, it is immaculate, it is not under any malefic influence in your natal chart, then we do not have to worry about anything. But even over and above that, because when we talk about first house, it's about your personality. Seventh house generally tells about our public dealings. So for all those people who are on top management, or you are a performing artist, you are a celebrity, I would say, so whatsoever you are, your communication channels are, so over there you have to remain very calm, very composed, because this is a kind of a typical combination where any outburst via you can get embroiled into some controversy. So over there you have to remain cautious, careful. Also in the matters of love, relationship, or any of the matrimonial alliances, I would say you guys are going through good time. Your 7th house lord is transiting in a very auspicious 11th house. Even Jupiter is transiting in your 4th house. So I would say in the matters of the matrimonial alliances, the week is creating a very positive energy. For anything to do with the financial gain, lucrative opportunity, week is very positive. Even from the students' perspective as well, I would say that unless and until, like if you have to write any competitive exam, so refrain from acting very overconfident. So this is what I want to say as a summary of this week. In the matters of your health, you have to remain very careful. Your anger you have to control, specifically while dealing with the public. But overall, a very good week for the Sagittarius lagna people in the matters of your finances. Moving ahead, friends, now for all the Capricorn lagna people. So now guys, in your case, moon will start its journey from your 1st house being conjunct with your ascendant lord, and will be ending the week in your 3rd house, coming in the influence of the planet Jupiter. So definitely guys, for the Capricorn lagna people, you guys are actually going through some very auspicious time. Like this week can prove to be a game changer, or very good in terms of your professional success, like some opportunity coming to you, or for all those people who are eligible for any promotion or awaiting any sponsorship, any funding, so all those people can get benefited. So guys, unless and until, see in your case, if we have to see the Dushtana Bhava basis your lagna, so I would say that Jupiter is also not that like harmful for you, because Jupiter in the transit right now is in a strengthened state. In your 6th house, like your 6th house is being ruled by your good friend only. It's only your 8th house ruled by the planet Sun, which is the arch enemy of your ascendant lord, planet Saturn. And even in the transit Sun, your 8th house lord is right now very weak. So unless and until you are not going through the dasha of the sun, I would say that this week will prove to be very profitable, very beneficial for a lot many Capricorn lagna people. Guys, the only thing is that if you will see, because Mars has just turned retrograde right over there in your 6th house, and Mars has got the rulership of your 4th house as well. So this is not a good time for any of the important dealing in the matters of real estate, like any of the concerns of buying a property or selling of property. Like see, it's not like that you took a wrong decision. It's just like that the planets were in such a alignment that they drove you towards, or they influenced you to take that miscalculated decision. Like this is a kind of a typical yoga where people end up buying property which is disputed, or like any of the buying or selling which later on proved to be a matter of regret. So over there you have to remain very cautious, very careful. I would say that even in the matters of the relationship or matrimonial alliances as well, the week could start on a disappointing note, but with the passage of time, like I would say after the middle of the week, there will still be some hope which can be seen. But the first half of the week might give some misunderstanding, sudden misunderstanding within the relationship, or this could be that for all those people who are looking for any matrimonial alliances, the week will not start on a very positive note for those people. Like if you are scheduling any important meeting or any sort of family meeting, so over there you have to remain careful. Also guys, because the way Saturn from the 1st house, it is somehow aspecting your 3rd house as well. So do not rely much on other people's assurance. the more you are going to be self-reliant, the better you are going to be performing. And overall, if I were to summarize this whole week's energy, it is actually putting you in a position of power. A lot many people will be considered for a new role. And let's say, for example, if you're already in a government top management, or you are like a politician, or you are a celebrity, I would say that you are working in the fields of mass media. So whatsoever work you have been conducting, you have been doing, basis that you might get rewarded accordingly. So very good week finally after a long dry spell or low spell for the Capricorn lagna. Now the things are actually started to look very positive for the Capricorn lagna people. It's only in the matters of the investments, the matters of the real estate dealings, you have to remain careful. But overall, a very positive week for a lot many Capricorn lagna people. Moving ahead, friends, now for all the Aquarius lagna people. So now guys, in your case, moon will start its journey from your 12th house and will end the week in your 2nd house. So guys, for anything to do with the overseas interest, overseas travel, the week is creating a very positive energy, because it's not only moon which is making a foray, or it's going to be traveling from your 12th house, but also even in your 9th house, planets are very well placed over there. So luck is definitely supporting you in all of your endeavors. Now the support of your partner, or for all those people who have to initiate the process of immigration, process of admission in a foreign university, the week is creating a very positive energy. The only vulnerable aspect of this week for you guys is that first thing is that the week can prove to be little bit extravagant. So manage your expenses carefully. Second thing is that because Mars is going to be turning retrograde, so in the matters of property related dealing, I would say do not take any sudden speculative sort of decision. Like a decision taken in haste might prove to be a matter of regret later on. But apart from that guys, definitely your partner will also prove to be a source of strength and overall enhancement of reputation. All those work which have been pending for past so long, you will be able to either finalize them, or because of the support of other people as well, I would say that things will take a positive leap. So overall, a very positive, a very supporting week for all the Aquarius lagna people. And lastly guys, for all the Pisces lagna people, so now guys, in your case, moon is going to be starting its journey from your 11th house and will be ending the week in your 1st house. So definitely guys, if you will look at the overall planetary contribution, because in your case, Mars has got the rulership of your house of income, finances, and house of luck and fortune. And Mars is going to be transiting in an enemy sign, and it would have just turned retrograde just a day before of the starting of the week in your 4th house. So which can give a lot of disharmony or state of confusion or vacillation. Now this could be the matters of your domestic life, or this could be the matters of your finances as well. So for the students or people who are contemplating any sort of travel, so you have to take your decision very carefully. Second thing is that guys, now as you can see that moon is going to be coming out of the 11th house right from the influence of the Saturn, and then it is going to be transiting from the 12th house. So the way we look at these two signs energy of the planet Saturn, Capricorn has everything to do with the concrete actions and goals, and Aquarius is in a way the result of all of that. And your 8th house right now is in a very accentuated state. So I would say that the week is making you very prone and vulnerable towards, like, driven by some quick gains. You might take some sudden impulsive wrong investment decision. So over there you have to remain very careful, very cautious. And also guys, for the students as well, I'm just looking at lot many confusion, lot many vacillation. You have to give attention towards your health as well. And yes, the only saving grace is that because of this accentuated state of your 8th house, if you are a very spiritually oriented person, then definitely you will be able to guard yourself, or this spiritual or religious refuge might give you right set of direction. But again, this is not a very good week for taking any impulsive reckless action, only relying on the luck. But guys, the saving grace is that friends will prove to be of support for a lot many Pisces lagna during this week. So this is something, friends, which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs for this weekly prediction results for all the lagna. For further more updates and notifications on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my Facebook page. Dhanyawad.